I'm Lisa Linloff, and I wanted to give you an overview of what your Math 0307 class, which occurs at coursecompass.com and uses a program called Mymathlab. So I wanted to talk about that and take you through the buttons. You have obviously already been to the Start Here button, and I know that because you're watching this video. Right now this link is not live, but it will be by the time you're in here. Instructor information gives you just some contact information about me. Your syllabus for the course is extremely important, and you can read it online. It has very, very valuable information, and if you'd like to have a printed copy of it, there is a link to the printed form. Right now, this link to class procedures is not a live link, so I can't go to it, but there will be a short video that will talk about how you should proceed through each lesson, and I hope that that will be helpful. The calendar, let me open up the calendar. The calendar has the semester week by week, along with dates, what sections will be covered, when the due date is for any assignments, and then if there will be any testing that week. And all of your testing throughout the semester will be online, with the exception of the final exam. And we'll talk more about that later, but it should take place in either the testing center at MCC or with me while I give a face-to-face test, or perhaps you have made arrangements at a local facility. And like I said, I'll talk to you more about that later and certainly have a discussion with any of you individually about that. If you'd like to print the calendar, there is a link for a printer-friendly version, and I would suggest that you do print that and maybe even mark some of these due dates. The Sunday of each one of these weeks is when my Mymathlab assignments are due, the homework assignments, and then you've got a due date. Test is available over a range of days, and perhaps mark some of those on a regular calendar that you deal with. Okay, let's go back to the Start Here, and we have gone, you're in the overview right now, my information, the syllabus, class procedures, which are very limited to how you proceed through an actual unit, and then the calendar. Moving on, if you click the button that says Announcements, anytime you want to get back to the announcement page, you can click Announcements. Lessons. I talk about how you proceed through a lesson in that start video on class procedures. So your lessons for each one of the units, which are basically chapters, you have a file for each one that has a worksheet, which is empty, examples, which is the worksheet, and my class notes, and a video of me teaching that lesson to a face-to-face class. So that's what you'll find under Lessons. Homework and Tests opens up in a new window. I'll enlarge that. And you have links to each one of the homework assignments. When you click on one of these assignments, you will get the questions for that. They will be very, very similar to the ones that are discussed in the example problems and in the video for each one of these lessons. Okay, if I go back, now up at the top of this, it shows Homework as a highlighted tab. There is a Quizzes and Tests tab. If you click it instead, these are very, very optional extra practice. This is not for a grade. It is not assigned. There will be a portion up here at the top where tests will be listed when they are available, but only when they are available. And I will send you a brief video going over this one more time before your first test. I'm going to close this window. Going back. Okay, review for a test. I talk about this under procedures. There's a review and a video over a review and an additional review for each one of the units. Your gradebook opens in a new window. Now it's going to show, for me, there are no results right now. You can look at all assignments. You can look at just homework. We don't have any quizzes, just the test or the final exam. You can look for the past 2 weeks, for the past month, for the entire course. You can ask it to show you your overall score. You will get percentages in the different categories, homework, tests, and the final exam. I don't have any results in mine right now. But you can look at your course grade at any time. The textbook. This is the electronic version of your textbook. You can go to any chapter. Within that chapter, you can look at a section and you can watch a video. It is not the same as my class video. It is an outstanding video made by the author of your book. There is a concept checked video. This is the textbook reading part of your lesson. It has a little book beside it. These are the exercises that are in your textbook, not the ones assigned to you, and you will not be doing these tracked tutorial exercises, but they are here if you want to look at them. So the two textbook, especially the first one, textbook section, is available for reading any section you want to in your book. Over here, multimedia library. This gives you all of the media that has been produced by the author of your book. If I went, say, to chapter 3, and I looked at a particular section, say 3.3, and I have select all, and I say find now, you will see that I have a vocabulary check, another animation, a multimedia textbook on this. So in other words, this right here is the same thing. It is your textbook reading material. Some of your author's videos, a test prep video, and a PowerPoint. All of these were made by the author of your book. They are excellent quality and might enhance your learning experience. All right, so that's available for every section in the book. Communication. This will give you a roster of everyone that's in your online class, and this will give you access to email either me or any other member of our class. Please make sure that all emails you send are appropriate in our educational setting. Handouts. If you ever need some graph paper, there is graph paper here. Now, this helpful notes, and in my face-to-face class, it gets referred to as the blue sheet because I typically print it on blue paper. But this is a nice handout. I've just clicked it to open it. And, whoops, excuse me, let me move that over. And it has formulas that might be very helpful in certain lessons. It's not very long for this class. There are some things about lines of equations, and there are some things that will help you with Chapter 5 on polynomials. So you might want to look at that. The sign patterns for factoring, this is something that might be helpful in Chapter 6. And this was in response to a request I had from a student that needed a little review of some pre-algebra notes, so I went ahead and included that as well. So these are always available. If I come up with other things, I'll add it and let you know. Web links. These links, first of all, if you click on the folder that says MCC links, you can get to the MCC homepage, the testing center, the library, network services, and student support services. Any of those might be helpful as you go through this online experience. Going back, all right, that was always under the MCC link. The Course Compass system requirements, you can click on this and it will tell you everything you need. You can do this with dial-up, but you will probably not be able to watch the videos. So I hope that you have faster internet if you're going to be watching any of the videos. Now the TestGen plugin, everybody needs to give special attention to this, and you need to go to this link before you take your first online test. Download either the link for Mac or Windows. Now for Windows, I do not do the zipped file. I do the exe file, and it works just fine. Hello? Steve. Okay, I don't know if you heard that interruption, but I had an interruption. Anyway, I wanted to go through just a little bit about this TestGen plugin. If you click this, I am being redirected to a site, and I download this one right here, the Windows exe file. That's the one that I do. I don't do the zip file. It's not so big that you should have trouble. Do this, answer all of its questions, and it should download that so that you can take an online test. All right, I'm going to go back. All right, and I am back. All right, this is a link to student support for Mymathlab if you have questions or problems, and there are options for calling or doing a live chat. You probably won't need any of the rest of these. If you were to need them, you would be prompted. But just in case, this is the Flash Player, the Adobe Reader, the QuickTime, and the Java. I went ahead and included those links. I doubt that you'll have any need for them. So I'm going to go back to the announcements page. I will put announcements out here weekly. I'll probably put them out here on the weekends. So no matter what, please read this. What I will also do is anytime I put out an announcement, I will email you with the announcement. Okay, so you will get it by email. Very, very important that the email set up with this is one that you check regularly. So I hope that helps a little bit. You start here. You have got instructor information. So if you ever need to get a hold of me, you've got my office phone number, you've got my email. I have my email synced to my iPhone so that I can get it when I'm away from the office, and I'll try to reply. If you need me to call you, leave me a message. That will actually come through my email as well. So I'll be accessible to you as much as possible, and if you ever need to meet with me, we'll try to work that out as well. So I hope this helps a little bit, and very soon I will include a video where I will actually be on the video. But for today, it's just my voice. I hope things go well, and I hope that this turns out to be a great experience for you. I'm looking forward to it. Talk to you later.